Hi everyone, my name is Grant Likely. Today I want to talk about how I got RGB LEDs into my arcade project. So for this project, I chose these arcade buttons. They're nice illuminated buttons. I got them from Arcade World UK. I will put the link below. And they're pretty standard as far as arcade buttons go. The micro switch is separate, so you can swap that out. And on these ones, the button itself comes apart, where you've got the part that mounts into the panel, and then this separate bulb and microswitch holder. So I think originally these things were designed for incandescent bulbs. Nowadays there are these little LED modules that go into it, but fairly straightforward. There's a couple of spade lugs on the sides for wiring up the LED, and then the microswitch fits in there. But when I put these in, I immediately ran into a couple of problems. First, you'll notice that it's a bit of a mess. Every single LED is wired up with a spade lug. We've got discrete wires. Right now they're daisy chained, which means I can't control each light separately. If I want to do that, I have to run separate wires from the buttons to an LED control board. And I don't really want to add an LED control board to this. Second problem, and more importantly, with the spade lugs the way they are, everything sticks out the bottom. So my panel isn't deep enough. It won't fit on the table. I need something better. I need it to be flat so that this board works. Now, and what I'd really like to be able to have, if I could have some RGB modules in every single bulb, serial programmable, like the WS2812 or NeoPixel, that would be perfect. Then I only have to run a single wire back to the control board. And so that's what I've done. A while back, I got a bunch of these. These are WS2812s, already mounted on a little small heatsink board. Very nice. I got these off of AliExpress. They're easy to come by. Again, I will put a link below on where you could get them. And it turns out that if you look at the bulb holder, these LED modules are just about the right size to fit in the top of there. So I need to come up with a way to wire up these and mount them into the bulb holder. So normally these modules are designed to be wired up into strings like this. But the problem with that is that the cables are running out the back, and I could fold these back, but it doesn't give me a whole lot of room when I'm putting it into the bulb holder. What I did instead is I wired it kind of backwards. So I brought the ribbon cable up through the center, and if you can see that, I stripped the wire and spread it out to the sides, and then wired it so that the ribbon cable comes out the back. And that gives me the perfect thing to put it right down into the middle of the bulb holder. Second problem is, where do I put the wires? When you look at the bulb holder, you'll notice with the micro switch attached, there's really not any gap. It is pretty tight. If I try to squeeze the wire in, I'm in danger of crushing the wire. And also you'll notice that if I bring it out the front or the back, it'll interfere with the button. And on the sides are the clips that hold the micro switch in place. So I really don't want to mess with that. But there are the spade lugs, and that's fairly thick. And if I take some pliers, it's very easy, just super easy to take these spade lugs out. Once those are out, take a look. If you can see that, you'll notice that there are grooves on either side for where the spade lug was. And it turns out that those grooves are about the right thickness to fit a 3-wire ribbon cable. The 3-wire ribbon cable that are being used for these modules. So I will thread this through, which worked perfectly when I was rehearsing, and now since I'm on camera, it takes time. There it goes. So that goes right down. The LED fits right into the top of the bulb holder. And then the micro switch snaps right in place with the wires perfectly coming out the back. So that was a really easy hack to get an RGB LED module into the bulb holder, and therefore into the illuminated button. And if you look at the back, I've already done this on half the panel, so the difference is obvious. From there, we then go to there. And this is much tighter. It doesn't stick out the bottom. It looks really nice. It's a whole lot easier to work with. And you can see back here that I've got them all wired up. These are the old 12 volt LEDs that it came with, and these are the WS2812s. Brightness is fairly good. It's not quite as bright as the discrete LEDs, but it's good enough for my purposes. And I now have the ability to control each LED. So that is how I got RGB LEDs into my illuminated buttons. A very simple hack, and I hope it's useful to you. Thanks for watching.